All right, part two of our Shimano rebuild. We're going to strip off all the guides here. I use a heat gun to gently warm the epoxy around the guide wrap. And then once it's gently warmed with the hot air gun, I use a brand new sharp razor blade to cut along the guide foot, the top of the guide foot, and just over the sides to get through the epoxy and into the thread. And then just working at a lot of times that just cutting the top of it will allow me to pull the foot off. In this case, I had to hit it with a little bit of extra heat and a couple more passes to get that foot relieved. Once I had the foot off, then I was able to just start peeling away the thread and the epoxy and clean up that wrap. Again, holding the blade very parallel to the blank and occasionally hitting it with some heat to keep that epoxy soft so I could cut through that and peel off and then scrape off the remaining epoxy and thread. At this point, I'm also going to hold the blade perpendicular to the blank and scrape the finish and the residual epoxy off of the blank. And this is something we're going to be doing a lot in this installment, scraping the blank. We'll eventually be scraping all finish off of this blank till we get back down to the bare graphite. Here's a better view of that. The finish on this blank had definitely seen better days. Chipping and peeling, chipping off, and in some cases it was just gone altogether. Just holding this blade perpendicular to the blank and working it through, and we'll speed it up a little bit so we're not here all day. And as you see, we get through that. And yes, unfortunately, the gold silk screen for the Shimano logos have to go as well. Just again, gently scraping up and down the blank, up and down the blank, up and down the blank. You may need to change out with a few fresh razor blades every so often to keep things going, and just work it nice and gentle scrapes. We'll do that across the board, and then once I get the whole rod done, I use just a 3M pad to clean things up a little bit. Now we're ready to put a new coat of finish on this blank so we can get ready to start building. And I'm using permagloss here, and this is real-time speed just so you can get a feel for what's going on. I'm spinning the blank in the rod lathe, and then I take a makeup sponge, saturate the tip of it, and just, as you see, sweep it up one end of the blank, and then I'll sweep back again, and that's it for that coat. Place the rod stands right where the guides will go when we put those on, so we don't have to worry about that. After about an hour, I'll come back for a second coat, and we're ready to build.